Welcome everyone to Watertown Stadium and tonight's Chi-I homecoming game for the Watertown Arrows. Their opponent is the Rapid City Central Cobblers. Both teams are in the ESD, in the upper division of the ESD. And as you may know, both are winless right now, so somebody's going to get their first win of the season tonight. My name is JT Fye, and I am broadcasting on behalf of Public Opinion TV. POTV, of course, is our way of presenting to you, those people who can't get to the games, a chance to watch Watertown High School football, basketball, boys basketball, and girls basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by the Cowboy Country Store, Vast Communications and Broadband, Watertown Weather Watch, The Public Opinion, Watertown PO Printing and Graphics, and PO Mobile. Some of those last sponsors I mentioned are apps that the Public Opinion offers to you. Please stand by, and Watertown High School Band will present the national anthem. We're about ready to go here at game time. About another 5 minutes.
And welcome to tonight's Chi-I football game between the visiting Rapid City Cobblers and our Watertown Arrows. At this time, we ask that you please stand as the Watertown High School Band, under the direction of Jackie Stacy, honors America with the playing of our national anthem. Proper respect for the flag is to remove your cap, stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Active duty personnel or veterans not in uniform may salute the flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
And if you happen to catch it through the mic, that was the Watertown High School Band playing the national anthem for tonight's football game, Class 11 AAA, between Watertown and Rapid City.
Maddie Breitag.
They are now announcing the cheerleaders
Kennedy Fox.
for Watertown. I don't think Rapid City's cheerleaders are here.
Alyssa Massaro.
Watertown's cheerleaders are
Their cheer coach is
Madison Breitag, Anna Brosder, Kennedy Fox, Talia Haight, Alyssa Massaro, and Allison Stodham.
And now the starting lineups. First of all, for the Rapid City Cobblers defensive unit.
And I'll just let PA announcer Nick Kranz announce the starting lineups.
At another defensive line position, 230-pound junior, number 73, Aaron Wells. At another defensive line position, 240-pound senior, number 50, Aiden Jones. At one linebacker position, 203-pound junior, number 87, Ira Murphy. At another linebacker, 175-pound senior, number 39, Logan Austinford. Another linebacker, 170-pound junior, number 12, Marcus Davidson. Another linebacker, 160-pound senior, number 5, Dominic Martinez. At the last linebacker position, 167-pound senior, number 16, Kyler Quillen. Starting at a defensive back position, 166-pound junior, number 20, Tony Pierce. At another defensive back, 150-pound sophomore, number 22, Kyle Elder. Another defensive back, 155-pound sophomore, number 3, Caleb Walton Blandon. Your Cobbler coaching staff includes assistants Mike McCulley, Lance Portlock, Lonnie Misek, Mark Buckholz, James Hansen, and head coach Rob Sales.
You heard Nick there say the Cobblers are coached by by Rob Sales. I think he's in his second year.
Unit for your Watertown Arrows.
And now the offensive unit for Watertown.
Defensive end position, 221-pound senior, number 53, Dexter Gaikowski.
I guess they're announcing the defense for both teams.
Tackle position, 267-pound sophomore, number 60, Dane Stahl.
Stahl, a sophomore at 267 pounds, is the only sophomore starter for the Arrows. Ryan Falk, number 62. Ryan.
Outside linebacker position, 195-pound senior, number 16, Noah Schad. The other outside linebacker position, 182-pound senior, number 55, Michael Turbach. At the inside linebacker position, 168-pound junior, number 30, Parker Schultz. At one cornerback, 140-pound senior, number 21, Taylor Reynolds. At the other cornerback, 158-pound senior, number 4, Nate Davis. At one safety position, 164-pound senior, number 22, Wyatt Dieterman. The other safety position, 179-pound junior, number 86, Brent Schulte. And starting at defensive end, 232-pound senior, your chief of arrows, number 73, Bryce LeBlanc.
Bryce LeBlanc is the chief of arrows and also starting at a defensive end. The arrow coaches are head coach is John Hodorf, assistants are Chris Jacobson, Matty Kranz, Kelly O'Connor, Matt Paulson, Verge Polak, Chris Tracy, and Bill Weber. It's been raining here most of the afternoon and into the evening, but thankfully about 20-25 minutes ago it was a pretty light shower all day, but it was enough to make things wet, and it has stopped, and it's very light wind, overcast, and a nice night really for a high school football game. Just a couple things about the teams. As I said, both teams are 0-3. The Cobblers have lost 64-20 to Sioux Falls O'Gorman. They lost 48-47 in overtime to Aberdeen Central, and they lost 25-23 to Spearfish. So two close losses, including one to Aberdeen Central. Watertown has also lost a couple close ones in overtime. They lost in double overtime by a point to Pierre, unbeaten Pierre. They lost to Brandon Valley 46-12, and they lost to Mitchell 13-10 last week in overtime. Kicking off for the Cobblers will be Caden Goodrich, and back to receive for Watertown will be Nate Davis and
kicking off for the Cobblers, Caden Goodrich, number 33.
Tyler Regals.
The Arrows, number 4, Nate Davis, and number 21, Taylor Regals.
So we're about ready to go here. Goodrich's kick is low, fielded by Davis on the right, crosses the 20, looking for a gap. He's up to the 35, cuts back, and Cobblers are trying to strip the ball.
Number 4, Nate Davis, he returns the ball to the
tackle is by number 8 for
number 8, Cullen Feely.
Is number 8 Cullen Valey. I got my rosters too high here, so I'm going to have to do some management. Anyway, Arrows, they're lining up in the I formation. I'm sorry, in the gun with Junior. Fumble on the snap, picked up by Noah Sparks.
That snap and a gain of a half a yard on the play.
He got a little bit of yardage. Alex Gower, the snap was a little low. He dropped it, and Sparks picked it up and got a little bit, maybe a half a yard. Second and just a little bit over 9 yards. Gower again. Passes to the right. Got it is Bailey Van Sickle.
Alex Gower passed
about a 5-yard gain to up to the Watertown 45. It'll make it second and I guess it's about 4-yard gain.
Third down and 5 for the Arrows.
It's going to be 3rd and 6 for the Arrows.
4-yard line.
The Cobblers play kind of an unusual defense. They've got 5 linebackers. Sparks up the middle. He's going to be stacked up about at the 46.
Short of the first down.
So it's going to be 4th and about 3 for the Arrows. It looks like they're punting. Mitch Schockert is their punter.
Also in on the stop is Dominic Martinez, number 5 for the Cobblers. 4th down.
I'm sorry, Nate Davis is punting tonight.
Davis for the Arrows.
Mitch punted at the last home game, but that duty has gone to Davis. Punt return is Carter Deming. He's a sophomore for the Cobblers. He picks it up just on the 15, makes a couple guys miss, gets whacked pretty good by 43 for the Arrows, Mason Wickhurst.
By number 43 for the Arrows, Mason Wickhurst.
So
21 is in on the stop, Taylor Regals.
Taylor Regals was also in on that tackle. So the Arrows the Cobblers will set up 1st and 10 at their own, just past their 25-yard line. No score here. We're about a minute and a half into the game. As I said, both these teams are winless. They both had 2 close games. Watertowns have been in 2 losses in overtime. The Cobblers have 1 loss in overtime. Here's a handoff. Brody Remmers, and he's going to get Parker Schultz blitzed across the line of scrimmage there.
Loss of 3 on the play.
Made the tackle, so the Cobblers lose 3. On 1st down, make it 2nd and 13. Rapid City starts 8 underclassmen on offense, including 4 sophomores. The quarterback, running back, and wide receiver. Here's a draw play. It was Remmers again on the carry. Short gain. I don't think he got back to the original line of scrimmage.
Tackle by number 53, the defensive end, Dexter Gaikowski.
Dexter Gaikowski, number 53 for the Arrows, making the tackle.
25-yard line.
Dexter is a 5'10", 221-pound senior.
3rd down and 11 for the Cobblers.
So the Cobblers got a long 3rd down conversion to make here, 3rd and 11.
Oh, that's a false start. Yep.
And it's going to be a false start on Rapid City.
False start.
Things are not going too well for the Cobblers here on their first possession.
It'll be 3rd down and 16.
Makes it 3rd and 16. Caleb Walton Blanton is their quarterback, a sophomore. He drops back to pass, looking over the middle, and he's got his receiver, but it's going to be short of a 1st down, I believe.
Walton Blanton's pass complete to number 25, Derek Hiller.
Derek Hiller with that catch. And number 25.
Out to the 32-yard line. Making the stop for the Arrows, number 86, Brent Schulte.
They got about 9 yards on the play, but it's going to be well short. So Punter Holden Jackson is in the kick, but we've got another penalty flag here. And it's going to be another procedure on Rapid City.
Against the Rapid City Cobblers. A loss of 5.
So that moves them back 5. Back to receive for the Arrows is Nate Davis. And he's right around midfield. The Arrows should get great field position after this series of plays. Number 11, Holden Jackson is the punter. Caden Goodrich does the place kicking and kicking off. Here's Jackson's kick, kind of a low liner, bounces one, fielded by Davis at his own 41. Makes a cut. Is it getting upfield? And he's gone. Nate Davis, 59-yard punt return for a touchdown. And the Arrows go up 6-0. And they'll send out Mitch Schockert, number 8, to do the point after kick. Davis really didn't have a whole lot of interference on that play. He took the ball, he fielded it on the bounce, which a lot of times you don't see high school kids do. They're a little reluctant to pick it up for fear that they're going to fumble it, but he made that grab and avoided one tackler, the initial downfield guy for the Cobblers, and took it to the house, as they like to say, for a touchdown for the Arrows. Schockert getting ready to kick. It's up and good. So with 7:51 to play here in the first quarter, it's the Arrows 7, Rapid City getting ready to get the ball for the second time. So a special teams touchdown for the Arrows.
$5 donated to the Arrow Education Foundation from Coast Cellular AT&T. Coast Cellular is an authorized dealer located next to Walmart and their local source.
One of our sponsors tonight is Vast Communications. Vast is fast. Vast Broadband and Communications offers you blazing fast downloads, consistent and reliable video streaming. Welcome to Vast Broadband, a whole new world of internet and home entertainment possibilities. Vast Broadband proudly delivers world-class TV, internet, and digital phone service to residential and business customers in South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. Tonight's game is streamed to you via Vast Broadband.
Carter Deming also back deep for the Cobblers.
Schockert gets ready to, he's teeing it up at the 40 for the kickoff. And back for the Cobblers are Carter Deming and Kyle Elder. Deming is 13, and Elder, I believe, is 22. Yes, Kyle Elder is 22. Deming's off to the to your right as you view the game. My cameraman tonight is again Derek Guttormson, and as you can see by the picture, if you've got a good internet connection, he does an excellent job running our video camera. Deming takes it at the goal line. Good kick by Schockert, and Deming brings it all the way back to the 39-yard line. Good return by the sophomore. I think Deming's only a sophomore, one of the several sophomores on this Cobbler team.
37-yard return.
It was a 37-yard return for Deming. Took it at the 2. He was right on the goal line and brought it back. So, starting at about the 38, Rapid City Central, sophomore quarterback Caleb Walton Blandon calling signals. They got 3 receivers, 2 split. And fumble on the play. He tried to hand it off to a running back coming across the field, and it was fumbled, and Watertown will get the ball at the Rapid City 34-yard line. Taylor Regal's on the recovery. He's one of the Arrow ball hawks. He made a big interception last week against Mitchell. Unfortunately, the Arrows weren't able to win that game in overtime.
34-yard line.
Arrows start out. Davis split right. Van Sickle left. Here's the carry to Ezekiel Gutierrez.
Zeke Gutierrez. He's going to gain out to the 30-yard line.
Zeke gets 4 to the 30, stopped by number 12, Marcus Davison. 2nd and 6. At the 30, we've got just over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Gower gives it to, keeps it, goes up the middle. And he stopped about at the line of scrimmage. There's a fumble, but after the whistle. And the Arrows will retain possession.
Making a stop in there is Aiden Jones for the Cobblers.
Aiden Jones, one of their
3rd down and 6 for the Arrows. The ball is placed.
Defensive lineman makes the stop. No gain on the play, so it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Arrows. Watertown's line is the tackles are Spencer Wagey and Bryce LeBlanc. The guards are Grant Gonzor and Austin Stalkey, and the center is John Sheehan. Oh, it's going to get to be shorter for the Arrows. Rapid City Central number 25. That's Derek Tiller jumped across the line unless he was drawn off, and he wasn't. So that 3rd and 6 now becomes a much easier 3rd and 1 for the Arrows. Rapid City Central having some problems. They've fumbled. They've allowed a punt return, and they've been hit with several penalties. But like I said, this is a very young team. They start 8 underclassmen on offense, including 4 sophomores. Gower hands off the Gutierrez, and he's got the first down, pushing it down to about the 20.
Number 2, Zeke Gutierrez. He's got to gain 5 yards to the 20-yard line. First down, Arrows. Stopping there by number 5, Dominic Martinez.
Gutierrez gets 5. He comes off the field. Arrows opened the game with Noah Sparts in the backfield. Noah Shad is the tight end, number 16 off on the right. Here's a reverse, and a reverse pass, wide open. It was Noah Shad. It was Noah Shad. 20-yard touchdown pass for the Arrows. A little bit of razzle-dazzle there. Gower gave it to Schulte, who gave it back to somebody else. I forget who got it already, but wide open in the end zone. Nobody even close. He just kind of camped and waited for the ball to come down to him. It wasn't any type of rifle pass or anything like that. It just floated in, and the Arrows had another 6. Schockert's kick. Nice and strong, goes through the uprights.
5:29 left to go in the quarter.
And the Arrows have a 14-0 lead here with 5:29 in the first quarter. You know, one of our sponsors is Cowboy Country Store. And if you're hungry at night or you need something, maybe you need a can of soup or a roll of tape or something, Cowboy Country Store can help you, as well as allow you to fill up your gas. It's located at the corner of Highway 81 and 14th Avenue northeast to be specific, but right on north on Highway 81. Can't miss it. And of course the Cowboy Country Store number 3, as it's referred, because there's 3 of them here in Watertown. They offer a Chester's Chicken franchise, and it's Chester's Chicken is really, really good. And besides chickens, they have a sub there and many other foods offered by the Cowboy. That's the Cowboy number 3 at the corner of Highway 81, North Highway 81, and Watertown at 14th Avenue North. And if you're coming from the east, you're going to have to go through the roundabout, but that's no trouble. Anyway, Schockert with the kick. Deming, and we've got a flag. Looks like one of the arrows is offside on the kick, so they're going to redo it again, but from 5 yards farther back. Can't beat the kicker across to the ball or across the line of scrimmage, which the ball sits on. And Mr. Referee going to walk it off. Back to the 35, where Schockert will re-tee it. Deming and Elder are back. Deming 13, Elder number 22, Kyle Elder.
Offside penalty against the Arrows and back it up 5 yards to the 35. And Schockert to kick again.
It goes to Elder. He takes it at the 15. He's got a big hole. Gets up to about the 41-42 before he's
22 returning the ball out to the arrow of their own 41-yard line before he stopped in there by number 3, Bailey Van
Sickle made the tackle. Elder had a pretty good gap there. He's not the fastest guy returning kicks, but he got 25-yard return on it. Walden Blanton takes the snap and hands it off to number 2, Brody Remmers.
Ball out to the 42-yard line before he stopped in there by number 73, Bryce.
He takes it out to the 48. So he gets a good 6 yards on that carry. Second down. Arrows up 14 with just under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Remmers again. He got a hole, and he's across midfield down to about the arrow 38-yard line. Tackled there by number 86, Brent Schulte.
First down for the Rapid City Cobblers.
And I believe that's the first down for the Cobblers tonight right there.
Stop number 86, Brent Schulte.
They might have the bugs out of their offense after a long drive from Rapid City today. Walton Blandon gives it to their other back. Now that was Remmers again, I believe. It was Remmers again.
To the
tackled there by
stopped in there by number 55 for the Arrows, Michael Turback.
Michael Turback, number 55, and some interior linemen.
Second down and 8 for the Cobblers.
Gain of maybe 2. Walton Blanton tosses it to Remmers. He's going to get maybe a couple more.
The pitch is to number 2, Brody Remmers. Stopping there for the Arrows, number 30, Parker Schultz. Noah Schott, who got a hand on him to slow him down.
Parker Schultz and Noah Schott on the tackle. So the Cobblers face a 3rd and 6 at Watertown's, we'll call it the 35. In the NFL, they would, of course. If it's past one hash mark, even by an inch, it goes to the next one. Remmers, fake, long pass by Caleb Walton Blandon. He had the guy open, but he just let him a little too much. He's got a good arm. You could see it on that throw. Good, strong pass. Didn't float at all, but no connection for the Cobblers, so it's 4th and 6. I don't know. Looks like they might go for it. Number 11 is Colton McClem. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Watertown. Holden Jackson, he's the punter. So they'll line up, try to pin the arrows deep. maybe come out of it with good field position if they can stop Watertown. So far, they haven't, although the Arrows really haven't gone on a long drive. Jackson tries to kill it down by... He almost killed it right at the goal line. One of his teammates ran down and tried to bat the ball back into the field of play, but he hit either the ball or the player hit the goal line, and it'll go back out to the 20 on a touchback. 3:21 to go here in the first quarter. Watertown ahead 14-0 on a razzle-dazzle, on a punt return by Nate Davis and a razzle-dazzle pass play that ended up in Noah Shaw's hands. Alex Gower passes to Davis. Quick out to Davis, and he makes the grab, kind of shakes one tackler and gains 12 on the play, so the Arrows quickly move out to about the 33-yard line. Call that a gain of 13.
With the help of number 3, Caleb Walton Blandon.
Central's quarterback, Walton Blandon, is playing in the safety spot. Gutierrez tries to get right, but he's caught by Derek Tiller, number 25.
Derek Tiller.
And Arrows will lose 2 on that play. They lead 14-0, just 14-0. Just coming up on 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. It's a chilly night, a wet night, but the rain has stopped, and I don't think it's going to come back. It looks a little better in the west, so good night for football. Gower looks right, throws right to Davis, off his hands.
Pass intended for number 4, Nate Davis, incomplete.
Davis was guarded by number 26, Tevin Maxson. Davis had to reach back a little bit for it and couldn't pull it in. And Maxson was not aware of the ball, so he wasn't in position to make an interception. 3rd down, 12 to go for the Arrows. Gower and Shane Ganelli in the backfield. Gower, he's under pressure, and he's going to get sacked.
Alex Gower.
He stays on his feet, but he had about 4 cobblers around him, so Arrows are going to lose about 7 on that play, and it'll bring up a 4th down here. And Davis will have to punt the ball, 32. Okay, they didn't lose 7, they lost about 5.
Davis back to punt.
Carter Deming back for the Cobblers. A sophomore, he's at their own 40, low kick. I've seen some confusion about whose ball it is, but I think it originally touched a Watertown player, so it's going to be Cobbler's ball.
Darrow's down the ball on the Cobbler 37-yard line.
Referees have it straightened out. There was some crowd reaction that perhaps that Watertown or that Rapid City touched the ball after Watertown touched it, but if the Arrows touched it first, it's a dead ball right there. Rapid City will take over on their own 37. They trail by 2 scores, 14-0, with 1:39 to play in the first quarter. Walton Blandon in the backfield, 2 running backs. He gives it to Remmers running right. He gets some yardage, perhaps 4 yards on it. Remmers has done most all of the rushing for the Cobblers tonight. He is a 6'1", 185-pound senior. One of the few seniors on the Rapid City's lineup.
Again, the handoff to number 2, Brody Remmers.
Remmers again.
He's going to fall forward for a couple, 2-3 yards.
76 for the Arrows.
Before he stopped in by number 55 for the
55, Michael Turback.
Third down in a long.
Looks like Corey Weeks was also in on that play. Weeks is in there at a defensive tackle. He is a 6'1", 233-pound senior. 3rd and 5 for the Cobblers. Call it 3rd and 4. Long pass, underthrown, but caught by number 84 for Rapid City. Walton Blandon's
complete
to Isaac Iverson.
To number 84, Isaac Iverson.
So they go from the
flag on play.
42 down to the Watertown, looks like 24. So that's going to be about a 34-yard gain for the Cobblers. If it holds, there's a flag on the play.
Against the Watertown Arrows.
Flag against the Arrows. So they motion the change forward, so this will stand.
For the Rapid City Cobblers, they'll go 1st and 10 from the Arrow.
There were, as you saw, there were 2 Rapid City receivers pretty much in the same area and 2 Watertown defenders, but Iverson identified the ball, turned and made the catch. So a big gain, the Cobblers' best of the night, and they're at the, they're at the 23-yard line of Watertown, not the 32, but they're going backwards again with a false start penalty. So that'll be about a 35-yard gain on that pass play. 9 seconds left in the first quarter. Watertown up by 14 to nothing. The Cobblers have a little bit of a drive going here. Following a long pass from
at the end of the first quarter, it's
Walton Blandon. Caleb Walton Blandon, a sophomore quarterback. He is 6'2", 155, so not a big kid, but he's only a sophomore, and he's got a good arm. If you're a hunter or a fisherman, you should, especially in northeast South Dakota, you should download or obtain the Glacial Lakes region.
School district would like to recognize and thank Sports Medicine Plus.
It's called the Glacial Lakes Outdoors app. It's offered by the Public Opinion, and it was launched in 2014 for your smartphone or tablet. It's a perfect companion to have when you decide it's time to enjoy the great outdoors, whether hunting or fishing or just enjoying the outdoors. The app is the product for you. It gives you a business directory that shows you where you can get ammo, food, lodging, guns, bows, tackle, most anything associated with the outdoors and having a good hunting and fishing experience. It also has a complete map of the regional fishing areas and public hunting lands, and shows the current GPS location, your current GPS location with a marker. I'll get back in a second. Walton Blandon throws, caught by number 87, and he's going to take it to the goal line. No, short. 87 is Ira Murphy.
Before he stopped in there by number 30, Parker Schultz.
Parker Schultz brought him down. It looked like Murphy was going to go to the end zone, but he's knocked down about at the 2-yard line or 1-yard line.
On the Arrow 1-yard line.
He's at the 1-yard line. So the Cobblers line up. I would expect that Remmers would get the carry, or maybe the quarterback will take it himself. No, it is Remmers. No, it is the quarterback.
Number 3, Caleb Walton Blandon on the keeper play.
Caleb Walton Blandon can't get in. He faked it to
he's going to be tackled in there
his tailback, Brody Remmers, and then followed him into the line, but no go. He does not get it. He's very close. Looks like about the width of a football to get in. But the Cobblers are on the skin part of the field right now, and that's always a little dicey with footing and whatever. The Arrows are dug in on their own goal line on the grass. So here we go again. Walton Blandon gives it to Remmers. No, keeps it this time, and
again, Caleb Walton Blandon. Quarterback keeper.
He's in the touchdown. Apparently broke the plane.
Stopped in there by number 53.
So the Cobblers are on the board with 10:59 to go in the first quarter. Their kicker is Caden Goodrich. Holding for the Cobblers is Holden Jackson, the punter.
Touchdown, Rapid City Cobblers. My fault. A hold by number 11. Holden Jackson.
Here's Goodrich's kick, the snap. It's not real good. He kicks it, and no good. Not very well executed by the Cobblers. It wasn't a very good snap, and Holden Jackson had to turn to get it and then put it on tee it up, and Goodrich couldn't make the kick. So, with 10:59 to go in the second quarter, it's 14-6 in favor of Watertown. I was talking about that Glacial Lakes Outdoors app. I mentioned that it has some neat GPS features. Well, it shows your location with a red icon, fishing locations with a blue icon, and hunting locations with a green icon. It also includes the weekly outdoor report by the South Dakota Game Fish and Parks Department, and that shows where it just gives you an update of where hunting and fishing areas are good, bad, etc. Just about every location in northeast South Dakota and throughout the state about where you're going to have good fishing, good hunting, etc. That's the Glacial Lakes Outdoor app, and if you're a family member going out fishing or hunting, you need to download that at the Apple iTunes Store or the Google Play Store. You can also just go to our website and check it out too. So Glacial Lakes Outdoor app, good for you hunters and fishermen. Goodrich's kick is going to spin out of bounds. And that's going to give the Watertown at 35-yard line. So the Cobblers are having a little trouble with their kicking game tonight. They kind of botched the extra point, but that was more due to their snapper. This one, their kicker, Caden Goodrich, just didn't get a good foot on the ball, and it's a procedure penalty since it went out of bounds. So the Arrows will take over at their own 35. They lead by 8. They've had a couple big plays, a big punt return by Nate Davis, 59 yards for a touchdown, and then a little double reverse pass. But here they're going to go with a straight running play. Good yardage, still working. That's working that ball is number 44, Noah Sparks. And he's going to get himself 7-8 yards, I believe. Well, maybe not quite that far, but close. Yeah, we'll give him 7 on that play. Second and 3 on the Cobbler 42-yard line. Junior quarterback Alex Gower. Of course, last year Davis was quarterback part of the time, but Gower, good quarterback, and Davis, they need him all over. This time, Sparks doesn't get anything.
Noah Sparks.
Matter of fact, he's going to lose a couple. Trying to go wide left. Dominic Martinez with the stop. So it's going to make it 3rd and 4 for Watertown. Lost a yard. The Arrows will come out. Davis split left. Bailey Van Sickle right. Tight end Noah Schad is left. And they're going to fake. Gower is rolling, hits Schad on the run. Nice pass by Alex Gower. And Schad's going to get the first down. That goes from the
46-yard line.
Goes to the 46. That's got to be a gain of close to 10 for the Arrows. So they're in Cobbler territory. Good rollout pass by Alex Gower. He was being pursued, but put it right in Shaw's hands on the run, and Arrows get a first down. Gower, handoff to Sparts. He's going to get maybe a couple.
Is to number 44.
Number 87 for the
Noah Sparks.
Ira Murphy
On that four.
in on the tackle, among others.
By number 25 again, Derek Tiller.
And 25, Derek
73, Aaron Wells.
Tiller.
Also in on the stop for the Cobbler.
A defensive lineman for the defensive end for the Cobblers. They play a three-man front, 5 linebackers, and then 3 defensive backs. So not your usual alignment you see every week. Gower waits, snaps, give it to Sparts again. He's got some running room, leaps over a man. He gets about 10 yards on that.
Another Arrow first down before he's upended by number 4, Matt Bowman. No, number 5.
Number 5, Dominic Martinez, was the main tackler, but Sparts kind of went airborne over him a little bit. Gained some extra yards, an extra yard or two. Gets the first down. Arrows moving the ball. They're at the Cobbler 39, we'll call it. 34, excuse me. Gower throwing a lob pass down. Oh, just out of the hands of
Alex Gower's pass intended for number 4.
Nate Davis.
Incomplete
Just a little long. Gower put it up there. Tried to let Davis
for the Cobblers.
run underneath it.
2nd and 10.
But he had pretty good coverage from Tevin Maxon, a 5'9", 143-pound junior for Rapid City Central.
There's a flag on the plate.
Oh, there is a flag, and it looks like it's against the Arrows. They're walking backwards. Here's the call. Illegal procedure on the Arrows. 5-yard penalty. I don't know if that was a false start right from the beginning or something else.
Penalty, and it's first down and 15 for the Arrows.
First and 15 for Watertown. We're 8:29 left in the first half. Watertown up 14-6. Gower takes it, keeps it, trying to go left, but there's 3 Cobblers out there, and
Alex Gower
number 87, Ira Murphy got him. He was being pursued by Dominic Martinez and number 16, Tyler Quillen. But it was number 87, Ira Murphy, who brought him down. Call it no gain. 2nd and 15 for the Arrows. They're going to split Davis and Brent Schulte out to the right. And doubles left with Van Sickle and Schad. Here's another penalty. Or a timeout. Timeout for Watertown. The Arrows lined up with 2 receivers split on each side, and Davis tried to, or Gower tried to hit Davis on a slant. Oh, we've had a personal foul on both teams. I didn't see what was going on, so that offsets. And we've got a timeout here with 7:35 left in the first half. I want to talk to you about PO Mobile. That's our website on your smartphone or tablet. And it's a free download, again, from the Apple Store or from the Google Play Store. You can read local news, sports, engagements, weddings, AP News, AP Sports, etc. Just anything you can read on the web, you can read there. PO Mobile is a smartphone app for those who want to know what's going on in Watertown and the Glacial Lakes region. And as I said, you can It'll run on Apple and Android devices, and you can get it on the App Store or the Google Play Store, and it's free. Okay, here we go. We got 2nd and 15. Gower, he's flanked by, gives it to Davis, but he's going to be wrapped up. Oh, no, he's not. Nate Davis with an excellent breakaway, and he's going to go all the way. Nate Davis with a 39-yard touchdown run. Oh, we've got a flag down. Might be coming back, but what a run by Nate Davis. He had 2 or 3 people with their hands on him back about at the 40-yard line, and he spun away. And here we go, personal foul against Watertown. The flag's at the 19. I don't know if that's where they'll mark it off from, but it negates a great run by Nate Davis. He's shown that that he has that ability. He's got that breakaway ability, and that's one reason why they moved him from quarterback to wide receiver this year, because he gives the team an excellent threat, both as a receiver and, as you saw there, as a runner. So unfortunately for Nate, he's going to lose that 2nd touchdown tonight. Maybe he'll get it later on. But a personal foul against the Arrows.
15-yard penalty at the spot of the foul.
15-yard penalty at the spot.
And 10 for the Arrows.
Unfortunately, that wipes out about a 40-yard run. And now the Arrows have 2nd and 10 from the Cobblers' 34-yard line. There you see some of the Kai royalty and flanked by the cheerleaders doing a big wave, getting the crowd doing a big wave. And again, that's my very good cameraman, Derek Gitormson. He's got his own video business, Flatland Productions. And the crowd gives the cheerleaders and the Kai royalty a hand. Well, now we're going back to the game. Gower with Sparts behind him. Oh, we've got motion. I think one of the Arrows moved. Or lined up offside. And that's going to be another... No, it's against the Cobblers lined up offside.
Encroachment penalty against the...
Encroachment penalty.
5-yard gate for the Arrows. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
So we've kind of hit the point here where we've had a timeout, a couple penalties, one big play that was partially called back. It's 2nd and 5. The Arrows are still looking pretty good here. Gower throws a lob. Little lofts the pass to Bailey Van Sickle, and he makes a nice catch. Bailey's pretty tall guy, about 6'3", 6'4", and he just reached up and plucked the ball out of the air. Gives the Arrows a 16-yard gain. Good throw by Alex Gower. He put that in the right place, and Van Sickle made the catch. Puts the Arrows about at the 13-yard line. Gutierrez fakes it. Gower under pressure, and he's going to go down at the
tackled in the backfield.
Back at the 25.
So it's going to be a loss of
number
13 yards. He's tackled by number 25 again, Derek Tiller.
Derek Tiller, one of the Cobbler linebackers, came through without much interference. Excuse me. Tiller is a defensive end. Tiller is a 6'4", 215-pound senior. He's been a thorn in the Arrow's side all night. Got good quickness and size. Makes it 2nd and 22. Gower slant pass to Van Sickle.
Gower's pass.
No, to Davis.
Number 4, Nate Davis, incomplete.
Incomplete.
On the play for the Cobblers, number 22, Kyle.
Davis takes a little bit of a bump from a Rapid City player, but he gets up, walks back to the huddle, and it'll be 3rd and 22. 6:27 to go here in the first half. Speaking of my cameraman, I got to send him a quick text to giving him an instruction. Gower takes the pass, rushed out right, incomplete. He was getting chased again by number that Derek Tiller, and
intended for Zeke Gutierrez, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 22.
Tiller tackled him just as he passed the ball, and it looks like Gower's injured. And just pardon me for 1 minute here. Alex Gower down on the field. Helmet coming off. Looks like he's going to get some help off the field. It's his right leg. And he's hurting. You can put a little bit of pressure on it. They need to get the golf cart out there or something for him. It's a nice hand from the Arrows. Gower has played fairly well for being only a sophomore quarterback. The first game the Arrows played here, it was very warm, and they had a lot of problems with cramps, but this definitely is not a cramp. And looks like the Arrows are going to go with a long field goal attempt. It's going to be about a 42-yard attempt for the Arrows for Mitch Schockert. He's got the leg. Mitch is one of the Arrows' top soccer players. As a matter of fact, he missed a game down in Mitchell because he was at a soccer section. Looks like Nate Davis is warming up the quarterback position. Oh, he nails that one, but it's wide right. No good. 6:14 to go in the first half. Arrows lead 14-6. You know, you're watching POTV, and you can watch any games, Arrow game, any football, girls basketball, boys basketball game, when you can't make it to the stadium or the arena to watch the Arrows. And as with our other apps, POTV app is downloadable from the internet. Well, we're ready to go at the 20. Remmers takes it up the middle for the Cobblers. He's getting some hits, but he's getting some yards. He gets about 7.
Out to the 27-yard line.
Gain of 7 for Remmers.
Making the stop for the Arrows. Tackle by number 53, Dexter Gaikowski.
Dexter Gaikowski, number 53, made the tackle. The Cobblers, Remmers running again. Might have got a yard that time.
Maybe a gain on the play. There is a flag on the play.
We have another flag, and I'm guessing it's against the Cobblers, since it's in their backfield. Referees are talking it over with the Arrows. My guess is they will accept the penalty. And it was a procedure.
False start, illegal motion.
False start, illegal motion, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of been, that penalty has changed descriptions through the years. So it's 2nd and 8 for Rapid City. They trail 14-6 with 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Walden Blandon reaches back. Boy, he has got an arm. And he zipped that ball about from the 15 down to the 40-yard line, but unfortunately it was too long for his intended receiver. So it'll be third and 8 for Rapid City. Taylor Regals was on the coverage for the Arrows, and he was right on the Cobbler receiver. Who I believe was Isaac Iverson. Walton Blandon running left. He's not going to be able to throw it. And big number 73 for the Arrows, Bryce LeBlanc, wrapped him up and kind of tossed him to the turf. And that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards. So the Cobblers have a 4th and 13, and they're going to call timeout.
Timeout, Rapid City Cobblers.
I don't know exactly the reason, except maybe they're trying to get their special team sorted out. And while they're doing that, we're going to talk about you advertising during this game. You certainly can. The public opinion audio ad. And when you travel on business or pleasure, you may miss many of the events you'd like to know about. To catch up on all the local sports news and events, be sure to check out thepublicopinion.com and download our mobile application in the App Store, Google Play. That's just a promo to remind you that you can you can watch the game if you're out of town. You can follow all the local news and national and international news on the Public Opinion website or on a smartphone tablet. So the Arrows special team, punt return, Davis moving back. I think he's going to be the quarterback when the Arrows get the ball, but they're going to lose his quickness and elusiveness on offense. We'll see how he can run the offense. Punting for the Cobblers is Holden Jackson. He runs a little bit, then kicks it. And Nate having a little trouble.
Nate Davis covers the ball on their own 32-yard line.
32-18 and about 32. That's about a 50-yard kick. He didn't kick it in the air that far. He kind of it was a good kick and got away from Nate a little bit, and he had to finally just fall on the ball and cover it up on the Arrows. Looks like 34-yard line, and the Arrows will set up to go on the 34 with 4:26 to go. Officially a 46-yard punt by Holden Jackson. Not your usual kick. He kind of ran to the side and then kicked it, but he had good steam on it. So Davis takes it and gives it to Zeke Gutierrez, and he's broken free on down the sideline.
To give his number 2, Zeke Gutierrez.
He's got some quicks getting around on that right corner before he's run out of bounds, but it's going to be a gain of 9. So the Arrows off to a good start on this drive.
Gain out to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Arrows.
Gain of 9 for Gutierrez. Davis, Gutierrez in the backfield. Bailey Van Sickle spread out wide, right. And Davis with the carry. I don't know if he's
on quarterback keeper. Tackling there for the Cobblers, number 25, Derek Tiller.
Derek Tiller again, who's been a thorn on the Arrows all the game. He actually lost a yard, Davis did. So it's 3rd and 2 now. From about the 42-yard line. Van Sickle again coming left. Brent Schulte right. And we've got a whistle.
Timeout, Watertown Arrows.
And the Arrows are going to take timeout. With 3:33 to go in the first half. They have a 3rd and 2, and they're going to talk it over on just what they want to do. No doubt a little bit of a confusion for the Arrows. Davis moving into quarterback after he's been playing wide receiver all season. Gower is up drinking water on the bench, or next to the bench. So maybe he's going to be able to come back in. I'm not sure. I'm sure the coaches will be careful with him, but if it's not too bad, if something he can kind of, pardon the expression, walk it off, we might see him back in this game. Anyway, Nate Davis, senior quarterback, senior wide receiver / quarterback. 3rd and 2 for the Arrows. He keeps it up the middle, pulls it out of the belly of Gutierrez and goes up the middle. He's got the first down.
Gain of 6 and a Watertown Arrow first down.
Gets 6 yards on it. Good play by Nate.
For the Cobblers, number 87, Ira Murphy.
Run to the left. He had it in Gutierrez's belly, pulled it out, and saw a gap, and away he went. Pick up 6. I don't know if the Arrows if they're going to be content to go to the locker room with a 8-point lead, or if they're going to try to open it up here a little bit. Davis going right, throwing, juggled, and dropped, unfortunately. The receiver was, I don't know if it was Gutierrez or Shad there.
Pass intended for number 16, Noah Shad.
It was Shad. He couldn't, juggled it a couple times. Davis put some mustard on it too. It was not a lollipop to catch. There was some zing on it, and Shad just couldn't quite pull it in. I think we have an official timeout here. Looking towards the clock. There's 3:01 to play. Oh, turn the lights off on the ambulance.
Please turn off on the ambulance, please. Turn off your lights. Watertown Fire Rescue Ambulance, turn off your lights.
The ambulance has his lights on, not his warning lights, but his headlights. And one of the officials noticed it and came over to the Watertown bench, passed the information up to the Watertown coaches in the Crow's Nest up here, and they passed the information on to PA announcer Nick Kranz, who announced it, and the lights went off. Okay, Davis, and he's going to go down
Number 4, Nate Davis.
on a sack, and it's going to be about a 10 or 11 yard loss.
Loss of 10. Tackle made by number 16, Tyler Quillen.
Tyler Quillen makes the tackle for the Cobblers. And that's going to make a 3rd and 19 for the Arrows. I don't know what they've got planned here. They surely don't want to risk throwing an interception since they're kind of back in their own territory, but they might just run it and kick it and say we'll go into halftime with an 8-point lead,
Down and
14-6.
Watertown Arrows.
Just go to Bailey. Go, Bailey, go. Now throw it.
He lobs it for Bailey Van Sickle. Nice play on defense, though, by number 22, Kyle Eider, a 6-foot sophomore. Kyle Elder, excuse me. 4th and 19, Watertown will punt. Rapid City is going to have just over 2 minutes. There's 2:10 remaining. Going back to receive the kick is Carter Deming, number 13, and Davis will punt it. Here's the kick. Good over-end kick. Deming calls fair catch and takes it at the about the 26-yard line. So Rapid City Central is going to have 2 minutes and 4 seconds to try to score and maybe tie this game up. Watertown, of course, will
35 yards on a Nate Davis punt.
Try to make sure they don't do that. So far, Rapid has shown a little ability to run the ball. They've had one long pass play, but for the most part, Watertown has had them pretty stifled. They've got 4 receivers out, 1 in motion, and Walton Blandon throwing to number 84. That's Isaac Iverson, and actually he broke open, but Walton Blandon just underthrew him a little bit. As I've said, Walton Blandon has a good arm, but he's only a sophomore. Cobblers, as I mentioned earlier, they have 4 sophomores in their starting offense. Low snap, he fields it, looking. Oh, he's jerked around but breaks away from the arrow and throws a long pass. Oh, almost caught by Deming, but he was airborne trying to pull it in. Couldn't quite do it. The arrow...
Number 21, Taylor Regals, defending on the...
Regals was defending, but it was Dane Stahl who had his hands on... Number 60, Dane Stahl, had his hands on Walton Blanton and just couldn't quite put him to the ground, so he got the pass off, but no harm for the arrows, no completion. 3rd and 10. Watertown could get the ball back with a little bit of time left. They split trips to the right. Watertown coming with the blitz, picked up. He throws over the middle. Throwing for 84, Isaac Iverson.
There is a flag on the play.
I think Van Sickle hit him a bit early, but I'm not sure on who the arrow defender was. But the officials did call pass interference. That'll be a 15-yard penalty on Watertown. Gives Rapid City some life. Some of the crowd were saying the ball was not catchable.
Defensive pass interference is the call. 15-yard penalty from...
That'll move the ball up to about the 43-yard line. 42-43.
10 Cobblers on their own 42-yard line.
We'll call it the 42.
Left to go in the half.
Minute 41 to play here. Watertown ahead 14-6 in the first half. Walton Blandon back, lobs it over to the middle. Oh, nice defensive play by Taylor Regals.
Pass intended for number 25, Derek Tiller.
Derek Tiller, the guy who's been given fits to the Watertown offense from his defensive end position, was actually open and reaching for the ball, but Regals, who's a good defender, very always around the ball, very quick. Not very big, but he made the play. Knocked the ball away. Okay, Walton Blandon looking, throwing towards Tiller again. And
for number 25, Derek Tiller.
Tiller
Defending again is number 21.
Turned around and tried to wait for the ball, but he slipped down and fell down. I don't think he would have been able to get it anyway. Walton Blandon underthrew it, so it's 3rd and 10. Cobbler still looking for a pass completion that's going to maybe give them a chance to get some points here before halftime. But so far they haven't been able to make a connection. They got 1 pass interference penalty. Has been their only yardage on this series. Walton Blandon thrown over the middle, and this one is caught. No, he dropped it. I think it was Isaac Iverson that had the ball in his hands, but when he came down, he couldn't control couldn't control it,
Number 22 for the
and
Arrows,
it's going to be
Wyatt
fourth down on the Cobblers. Wyatt Dieterman, a senior defensive back for the Arrows, was playing safety that time and was close enough to help influence the play. Okay. Punting again for the Cobblers is Holden Jackson. Back for the Arrows, Nate Davis. Davis is at his own 32-yard line, maybe. 31, 32.
Catch the ball, Junior.
And he's going to let it roll. And the Cobblers are going to down it
Old Jackson
at about the
punt.
25-yard line. 25-yard
Ball
line.
set on the 25-yard line, and with 1:10 left to go in the half, Watertown Arrows will take over first and 10.
So it's 14-6. Watertown with the lead. 1:10 to go in the first half. And again, if the Arrows will try to push it or maybe go into halftime content with an 8-point lead. Davis back. Gutierrez in the tailback's position. Van Sickle flanked left. Schulte flanked right. And it's Gutierrez running right. Good block there. Good block from flanker number 47.
16 on the play.
And that's
Taking the tackle for the Cobblers.
Shane Ganelli
Logan Ossenford.
running that right side. That's where the Arrows have gotten their rush yardage. And Ganelli cleared a little zone for Gutierrez, and he sprinted through it. Davis keeps it this time, and he's under pressure. Rapid City defender fell down, but another one.
Run out of bounds on the
Number 22, Kyle Elder, came up and forced Davis out of bounds. It's going to be a loss of a few yards. Call it a loss of 3.
play.
So it's going to be
13 for the Arrows.
2nd and 13 for Watertown from their own 38-yard line. Same formation. Only this time Gutierrez is split right. Davis looking, throwing back over the middle. Van Sickle can't catch it, but
Pass intended for number 3, Bailey Van Sickle.
Kyle Elder
Flag on the play.
was had his hands and was grabbing onto Van Sickle, and the referees hit him for a 15-yard interference
Illegal pass
penalty.
interference. There'll be a 15-yard penalty assessed against the Cobblers.
So the Arrows move into yes, they're going to move into Rapid City territory about at the Cobblers' 42-yard line. They've got 41 seconds to go.
On the Rapid City Central 47-yard line.
47-yard line, sorry. Davis rolling right, throwing right, trying to hit Shad on an out pattern, but it was too wide, and Shad was fairly well covered.
Number 5, Dominic Martinez.
Dominic Martinez for Rapid City on the coverage there of Shad. So it's going to be 2nd down, 10, 35.8 seconds to go here in the first half. Watertown up 14-6. Both of these teams looking for their first win of the season. Ganelli in the backfield along with Davis, waiting for the snap. There it is. He's looking left, throwing a lob towards Van Sickle, but well defended again by number 22, Kyle Elder, who actually had a good chance of interception. But part of the problem for Kyle Elder is he's 6 foot. Van Sickle is 6'2". So Van Sickle's got a little bit of a height advantage, but when you look at him out on the field, it looks like more than a little. But Davis's pass, he just kind of lobbed it up there for Van Sickle to run underneath, and Elder made the play on it. 3rd and 10, 29 seconds to go. Davis back, looking, throwing for Van Sickle again. He's got a little bit of room, and he got him. Got a connection. Elder lost about a step on it, and this time it worked. And they go from the 47 down to the 19, the gain of 28 for the Arrows. 21 seconds to go in the first half. The Arrows at least are in Mitch Schockert's field goal range, so they could certainly come out of here with some points. But again, another
Inside the 15-yard line, 14.
at the 14. Davis gives it to Gutierrez running right. He gets cut down about at the 10.
Number 2, Zeke Gutierrez.
And the Arrows call timeout.
Watertown Arrows. Gain of 3 on the play.
Gain of 3 for Gutierrez down to the 11.
Aaron Wells.
Aaron Wells making the tackle for the Cobblers. He's number 73. Wells is a senior, I believe. No, he's a junior, 6'4", 230-pound junior. So, as I mentioned several times, the Cobblers are very, very underclassmen team. They've got 44 kids on their roster, and only 13 are seniors. So this is a young team. They're trying to build their program, no doubt. Rapid City Central really hasn't been a football power for a long time, but like so many of the teams, AA, AAA teams in South Dakota, they're in the shadow of Sioux Falls' four powerhouses, much like Watertown, trying to figure out a way to gain some ground on those Sioux Falls teams. Okay, Van Sickle flanked right this time. 3 receivers left, Shawd, Schulte, and Gutierrez. Davis looking right, throwing right to Van Sickle. Tipped out of bounds, no catch.
Nate Davis pass intended for number 3, Bailey Van Sickle. Defending for the Cobblers, number 20, Tony Pierce.
Tony Pierce on the defense for the Cobblers. He's a 6'2", 168-pound junior. In good position. The ball might have hit Van Sickle's hands, but Pierce was there to contest it anyway. 8.8 seconds to go, 14-6. Watertown. I believe this will be their last. This 3rd down. Ganelli flanked left of Davis. He's Davis rushing left, getting ready to throw. He had one of the Cobblers draped on him. Number 16, Tyler Quillen, was putting some pressure on him, and Davis's pass missed the mark in the end zone, and Mitch Schockert will come in to try to convert about looks like it's going to be a 28-yard field goal. Holding for the
field goal attempt
for the Arrows is Max Sonny. He's kicking from the right hash mark. Here's the kick. Looks good. It is good.
Schocker's football hits the upright, but goes through.
He hit the upright, grazed the upright, and went into through the goalposts, and the Arrows leave the field with a 17-6 lead over the Rapid City Cobblers. And Watertown's halftime show is about ready to get going. But if you want to make a bold statement or have a personalized touch for your letterhead and stationery, or if you want business cards people remember, very important to make that first great impression, P.O. Printing and Graphics can design and print business documents, statements, stationery, note cards, napkins, invitations, programs, posters, banners, and much more for both your home and business use. They also specialize in your wedding paper needs, from engagement announcements to wedding invitations and address cards. P.O. Printing and Graphics, 605-886-6906, or find them on Facebook. That's PO Printing and Graphics. And the Arrows are marching band about ready to come onto the field, and I'm going to just take a moment here to let them take over the show. Thank you.
My wife was mad if I don't move. To see the band play. Quinn's in the band.
Okay, JT Phi back here at Watertown Stadium at halftime of the Arrows and Cobbler game. And joining me right now is Public Opinion Sports Editor Roger Merriam. He's been keeping stats on the game and keeping notes. And Roger, what do you think anyway?
We're moving the ball a little bit better this game, but so much of big class football is who you're playing against. But we have shown a better job of running the ball tonight,
exactly,
and
yes.
not being 2nd and 20 and 3rd and 15 and all this stuff. And a couple big plays by Nate Davis, a big punt return, and then the halfback pass. So I think the Arrows were playing pretty good. I was kind of wondering what they'd do. Alex, it looked like he might have twisted his ankle. He said he was ready to go, but obviously if he can't move very well, and there's a lot of times he's had to move with the pressure. So pretty good half for the Arrows all the way around.
Okay, yes. Looks like they're trying to take advantage of some of the shorter Cobbler corners too, throwing it to Van Sickle and Davis, of course. But it looks like you said, looks like Davis will be in be the quarterback for the rest of the game, I would imagine.
Barring injury, I imagine, he'll stay out there. But Nate was always a playmaker for him, and so and he does a good job. It's just obviously when somebody else, it frees him up to do some other things. The halfback pass, he can score catching it, and he can throw it. And even run it once in a while.
By the way, who threw the halfback pass?
Nate Davis.
Oh, Nate threw it. Okay.
Yeah, it was Nate on a run around, and they kept talking about some play that they were going to try to get him on. And it's interesting with those tall white receivers. People try to go after Taylor Regals against us too. And, the central quarterback. He looks like he can throw a good ball, and he's 2 for 14 in the first half. But they seem to be trying to go for the big hit all the time rather than the dump off stuff. And the Remmers kid does a good job running the ball. They just haven't been able to maintain anything.
A lot of penalties on the Cobblers too. So, but I noticed that too. Walton, I forget his Walton. He throws a nice ball, very tight spiral. He doesn't lob it up in the air, but he's just either a little short or a little long. But he's only a sophomore, so.
And like John has always said with the Arrows, it really hasn't been the defense that's been the problem. They do seemingly have pretty good defense and seem to not really give up. They completed 2 passes that set up their touchdown, but that's the only 2 they've completed, and it wasn't 70, 80-yard gains.
Right.
Even Mitchell last week, it really wasn't the big gains that hurt them. The real thing that's hurt the Arrows is a lot of 3 and outs and not being able to move the ball. Tonight we did a much better job. We're outgaining them in yards, and I think it was like 9 first downs to 2. And we haven't had 9 first downs since 2003, I think. But we're moving it and doing some things that are pretty good for a homecoming game. But for the Arrows, this is a big game.
Yeah, it is.
This is a game. You're playing the only other team in 11 AAA that hasn't won a game yet, and it's homecoming. And certainly you don't want to be 0-4 going on from here. And so we'll see what happens because like the way Blanton has thrown the ball, big play. Central's right back in this game.
Right. Yeah. Okay, Raj, thanks for coming up.
You bet.
See you next week.
You bet.
Or next time.
Like 30 degrees.
That was Roger Merriam, sports editor of the Watertown Public Opinion. Right now, they're introducing the Hall of Fame, Watertown Hall of Fame. And unfortunately, I don't have my program with me. I know that the Morris Hansen was the first honored one, and right now they're
Remember the South Dakota all-time state record
reading the
held for 20 years.
athletic resume of Ann Nyssen.
State record 1618 held for 27 years.
She's currently, I'm trying to think of, I saw her name the other day in the paper. I can't, her married name. Anyway, she was a fine runner back in the late 70s, early 80s. So I'm just going to let Nick Kranz take over, and I'll be back at the start of the second half. Thank you.
6 outdoor track records at SDSU in 100 meter, 200 meter, 400 meter relay, 800 meter relay, 1600 meter relay, and 800 meter medley. She set 5 indoor track records at SDSU in the 60 meter, the 400 meter relay, the 640 meter relay, 800 meter relay, and the 1600 meter relay. Member of the 1982 NCAA Division II National 12th place 1600 meter relay team. Member of the 1982 third place NCAA Division II National Championship team. A member of 5 outdoor-indoor NCC championship teams, and a member of the 3 SDA IAW Division II championship teams. Please welcome Ann Nyssen Lossing in the class of 1979. Our next inductee is Todd Anderson. Todd is inducted as a contributor. He's a radio announcer and sportcaster for KWAT since 1981. Voice of the Arrow since 1982. Has broadcasted over 3,000 games to date. Has broadcasted football, basketball, volleyball, wrestling, hockey, baseball, softball, and auto racing during his years of service. He's the South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year, South Dakota Coaches Association Sportscaster of the Year, South Dakota Friend of Special Olympics, the SDEA Apple Award winner in education, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Watertown Huddle Leader, and area representative for 15 years. Please welcome Todd Anderson as a contributor. The induction ceremonies will be tomorrow night in the Compeska room of the Ramkota, starting at 6 p.m. Everybody's welcome. Again, please welcome these 4 into the Watertown High School Hall of Fame.
Favorite shout. Line will perform. Let's hear a big thank you to the Watertown High School Band.
Hey everybody, this is JT5 with POTV. I hope you watched some of that fine performance by the Arrow Marching Band at halftime as they played a number of Beatles tunes. The weather tonight has not been too bad. It's a little chilly out here. It rained though most of the pregame and starting in the afternoon, but fortunately quit about 20 minutes before the game started, 20-25 minutes, and hasn't come back. And if you want to keep track of Watertown in this area, I'd highly recommend you download the Watertown Weather Watch app, developed by the Public Opinion. And it's a weather for Watertown, not for forecasts for Sioux Falls, Aberdeen, or the Black Hills, as you often see, or Pierre. It's the only service for Watertown that has 3 meteorologists producing daily forecasts twice a day, specifically targeted at Watertown and the area. Plus, WatertownWeatherWatch.com also has current and hourly weather statistics to help you plan your day or weekend activities. So you can download the app, or you can go to WatertownWeatherWatch.com, and it gives you a lot of weather information. And as I said, twice a day you can get a customized weather forecast by meteorologists for Watertown in northeast South Dakota. You might want to do it right now, but you can download the app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play Store. Put it on your Apple or Android phone. Put it on your Apple or Android tablet. And take it with you wherever you go. If you're out at the game, or if you're hunting, if you're fishing, if you're out at the golf course, take a look at it. You'll see a customized forecast for this area, and it's really a nice thing to have if you're interested in area weather. That's Watertown Weather Watch. You can also go to WatertownWeatherWatch.com and watch it on your computer. Well, we're just about ready to go here with the second half. Watertown leading 17-6. The Arrows, I won't say dominated the first half, but they moved the ball better than the Cobblers, and they got a touchdown on a Nate Davis punt return of 59 yards, and Davis was the recipient of a double reverse, wound up with the ball, and then threw it to Noah Shad for an easy touchdown pass of about 15-16 yards. The Arrows then got the ball late in the first half, and thanks to a couple passes from Davis to Bailey Van Sickle, they moved it down, got in position, and Mitch Schockert converted a field goal just as time ran out. I think it was 28 yards, and nicked off the inside of the goalpost and went through, and that gave the Arrows their final 3 points. Watertown will be kicking off. Schockert is the kicker. Back for the Cobblers are number 13, Eric Deming and Kyle Elder, and I think it's Deming with the ball. Carter Deming, excuse me. He shakes one tackle, and a good return, gets out to the 30-yard line.
Rapid City Cobblers will take over first and 10.
I believe it was
For the Watertown Arrows, number 86.
86, Brent Schulte on the tackle. So we'll see what the Cobblers can do here, what changes they made at halftime to try to get some more yardage against the Arrows, maybe put up another touchdown or so. Caleb Walton Brandt is the quarterback, but he gives it off to Brody Remmers, and he rips off a nice 15, 16-yard run here for the Cobblers on first down. 15 yards. Caleb Walton Blandon, I'm sorry on that quarterback name, and I apologize to anyone in Rapid City for messing that up. He's only a sophomore and has shown some promise. First down again for the Cobblers. Walton Blandon handing off again up the middle. It's been Remmers doing all the carrying tonight. He is one of only 13 seniors on the Cobblers team. Both these teams, Watertown and the Rapid City, have not won a game. They have been close each a couple times and looking for a win. Right now, Watertown is up by 11, 17-6, just with a minute to go here in the first half. Walton Blandon waiting for the snap. He takes it, gives it up the middle again to Remmers. He slips a tackle, slips another tackle, and he's down the sidelines. Schulte pursuing, going to knock him out of bounds about at the between the 10 and 5 yard line. That's been the best running play for the Cobblers tonight, and it was Remmers just finding a seam up the middle and then cutting it to the right, and it was a foot race between he and number 86 for the Arrows, Brent Schulte. They're down at the 5 yard line. Walton Blandon, I'd look for another run as they keep doing it, and it is. Remmers running left, cutting in, might have got a couple. Bailey Van Sickle and 73 Bryce LeBlanc on the tackle. I'd give him only a gain of maybe 2.
For the Cobblers.
Second and goal from the 4.
Second down and goal from the 4.
Walton Blandon with Remmers right next to him, to the right. Walton Blandon, he tries to run and he smacks into an arrow, but keeps his balance, but doesn't get anywhere. He ran right into number 76 for the Arrows. That is, or maybe it was 73, LeBlanc.
Taylor Regals.
Eventually, it was Regals who ran him down, but Walton Blandon tried to get through the middle, ran into one of the Arrows, and now I believe it was 76. That is Corey Weeks, and just bounced off him, went to the left, and Regals got him. So it's still 3rd and 4, no gain on the play. Walton Blandon rolling right, looking to pass. Now he tucks it underneath, and he's close to scoring.
Number 3, Caleb Walton Blandon, going to gain a couple of 2-3 yards.
But he's not quite in. He gets down to the half-yard line. It's going to be
Dexter Gaikowski making a stop for the Arrows.
53. Dexter Gaikowski made the stop to keep him out of the end zone. Walton Blandon, it looked like he might pass, but then he just tucked it up and turned for the goal line and almost got in. But now it's 4th and about, I'd say, a half a yard for the Cobblers. Remmers behind Walton Blandon. He gets the handoff and doesn't get in. He's cut down. Good tackle. Noah Schad with the tackle, just cut him right there at the point of attack. Remmers Schad just came up and met him and cut him down, and that kept the Cobblers out of the end zone. So good defensive stand by the Arrows. making several key tackles there to keep the Cobblers out of the end zone. Watertown's going to start on their own 1 now. So this will be interesting. Davis as quarterback. Rolls right, throwing right to Schulte, tipped up.
Davis is passed, intended for number 86.
And on the ground,
Defending on the play for the Cobblers, number 20, Tony Pierce.
Tony Pierce was defending Schulte, and the tipped up. There were 3 other Cobblers there. It's fortunate for the Arrows that it did not get intercepted. 2nd and 10 from the 1. Davis remains quarterback. Alex Gower, as you heard Roger Merriam say, has a ankle injury. He's in street clothes right now on the sideline. Looks like he's got some ice on that or whatever. I don't think it's serious, but he's obviously done for the night. Davis rolling to his right, throwing deep for Van Sickle, but it was over his head, and again, it was Tony Pierce for the Cobblers who was right there with Van Sickle. Pierce is a 6'2", 166-pound junior, and so he has the size to hang with Van Sickle. And with Davis now at quarterback, it's going to be a little bit easier for the Cobblers to play pass defense. Because Davis is a dynamic player. Arrows roll Schulte and Shaw out to the right. Van Sickle's on the left. 3rd and 10. Davis throws. Caught by Schulte. At the 10, it's going to be just short of a first down, though. Be about 4th and 1, and the Watertown's probably going to have to punt it away here. There goes the punt team. And the Cobblers hang on, make a nice stop right at the 10. If Schulte could have extended, he might have gotten the first down because he's within less than a yard, but the Arrows will at least are lining up to kick it. Davis gets ready. Pauses, punts, end over end punt. Lands at the Watertown 41, and that's about where it comes down. So it's about a 30-yard punt. Central's going to have good field position at the Watertown 40. 7:37 to go in the 3rd quarter. Watertown up 17-6. The Cobblers had a good drive behind the running of Brody Remmers on their last possession, but got stoned at the about the half-yard line. And they'll try it again. Here comes Remmers up the middle. He gets taken down by number 55.
Making the tackle for the Arrows, number 55, Michael Turback.
Michael Turback. He's been an active tackler for the Arrows. Remmers gets 3 at the Watertown 37. Walton Blanton on the backfield. Remmers right by him. Remmers fakes the ball to Remmers, throws right. Catch by number 33 for the Cobblers. That is Caden Goodrich. He's the kicker, or the punter. And he's the kicker and the punter. And the Cobblers get about 7 or 8 yards on that play for a first down, and they're at the Watertown, we'll call it 29-yard line. Carter Deming fleshed out split left. It's Remmers running left. He's not going to go anyplace, so good defense by the Arrows. Number 76 for the Arrows.
A yard back to the 30-yard line. Making a tackle for the Arrows, number 60, Dane Stahl.
Dane Stahl, number 60.
And stop number 76, Corey Weeks.
And Corey Weeks, number 76. Weeks has been in on a lot of plays. Stahl's been in on some. But the Arrows had at least 3 players there to stop Remmers on that play, and they actually throw him for a yard loss. Walden Blanton throws right. Nice one-handed catch not for much yardage, but that was Cade. I'm sorry, 25.
Blandon's pass.
Derek Tiller. I should know that number by now. And they got an arrow down. It's Brent Schulte on the ground. Schulte was away from the play, so he might have gotten blocked by someone. But Tiller reached up and made kind of a one-handed grab of that, leaning backwards, came down, landed hard on his back, and I thought he might be the injured player, but it's Schulte. He's up, and he'll have to go to the sideline. So it's 3rd and 8 for the Cobblers at the Watertown 26. 5:54 to go. The clock is stopped on the injury. Watertown leading 17-6. Walton Blandon taking the snap. Throws over the middle. Wide open is Tiller, and he's going to take it in for a touchdown.
Caleb Walton Blandon, touchdown pass to number 25.
Derek Tiller playing tight end for the Cobblers. He was wide open, and Walton Blanton zipped the pass to him, probably about a 20-25 yard pass, and Tiller ran to the end zone untouched by any arrow. Really, no one was close, and so the Cobblers now have pulled within 5 points. Caden Goodrich is going to try another extra point. He missed the first one. This would get the Cobblers within 4. Another low snap, and the poor holder on that play, who is
and with 5:46 to go,
Holden Jackson, he just got nailed by a couple arrows. The Cobblers need to work on their snaps, because that one was low left, and Holden Jackson tried to pick it up, and he just got pummeled by the arrow rushers. So with 5:46 to go here in the 3rd quarter, Watertown up 17-12, but it's a one-possession game again. Watertown in front by 5. If you're looking to advertise a little bit different than normal, radio, paper, newspaper, whatever, try POTV. What you're hearing right now, it's an innovative way to advertise your business. The Public Opinion has many ways to reach your customers, including live sporting events via POTV. If you like what you are hearing, well, if you're hearing me, you're probably not real impressed, but the method of delivery is very good. Contact the PO at 886-6901 to get your ad on POTV. So the Cobblers close within 5 points. Caden Goodrich is getting ready to kick the ball. Regals and Davis are back, and it's Davis taking it at about the 17, headed left, cutting in the middle. And Nate, again, showing he can find the openings. He takes it from about the 17 up to the 37, a good 20-yard return. So the Arrows will start their drive at the 33-yard kick. 33-yard kick return. Guess he took it at the 13, and the Arrows will start at about their own 39. Davis in the backfield, split out right for the Arrows is Dominic Martinez in place of Brent Schulte. Gutierrez gets the handoff, gets hit, drops the ball. And I don't know who's going to recover. It is the Arrows.
Recovered by the Watertown Arrows. It'll be a loss to the 36.
Loss of 3 yards for the Arrows, so it'll be second down and 13 for Watertown. Okay, we've got Martinez split right, Van Sickle left. The Arrows give it to Gutierrez up the middle.
Gutierrez on a carry.
He gets back what he lost. So a gain of about 3.
Making the tackle for the Cobblers, number 50, Hayden Jones.
Hayden Jones
Number 73, Aaron
and
Wells.
73 Aaron Wells. Jones is the nose tackle for the Cobblers. Jones is the right end. They stuffed it after a short gain. 3rd and 10 for the Arrows. Davis puts Gutierrez's gut and leaves it there, and Gutierrez goes down about of a loss of 1.
Tackled in the backfield.
Number 5, Dominic Martinez gets makes the tackle. No gain on the play, so it's going to be 4th and 10 for the Arrows, and Davis gets ready to punt from his own 38.
We got number 13.
Carter Deming is back to receive. 3:26 to go. Good kick by Davis. Fair catch by Deming. He makes it at about the 28-yard line, so the Cobblers will take over 1st and 10. And they'll try to do what they did last time, and that was drive for a touchdown. And if you want news that goes with you wherever you want to go and wherever you need it, our Go Everywhere product, the Public Opinion's Go Everywhere product, is Public Opinion Mobile, an app for your phone or your tablet. Anyway, the Cobblers getting ready to go. Walton Blandon handing to Remmers.
Number 2, Brody Remmers carries the ball to the 32-yard line. Gain of 4.
Remmers gets 4 on that play from about the 28 to the 32. LeBlanc, the right defensive end for the Arrows, makes the stop. Remmers has been the workhorse for the Cobblers all night, carrying the ball. I believe, other than the quarterback, he's had all the carries. 2nd and 6. Walden Blanton throwing right. Hit Remmers out of the backfield, and Remmers takes it enough for a 1st down up to the 40-yard line, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cobblers. 2:39 to go here, and counting down in the 3rd quarter. Watertown up by 5, 17-12. Cobblers split 3 receivers to the left and give Remmers the ball again up the middle. He kind of loses his footing. He might have gotten 3 or 4 on that play. I'd guess 3. Yes, his knee went down early. He kind of slid there a little bit.
Number 60, Dane Stahl, and 55, Michael Turback.
60, Dane Stahl, a tackle, and 55, Michael Turback, a linebacker, combined on the tackle, although Remmers kind of lost his footing and went down. 2nd and 8. Walden Blanton looking left, now looking over the middle. Now he's going to run it. And he's going to get maybe a yard before he's popped down there by number 53 for the Arrows. By Dexter Gaikowski.
Number 53, Dexter Gaikowski.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7 now for Rapid City.
Gain out to the 45-yard line.
Let's go, D!
3rd down and 5 for the Cowboys.
He got 2, I guess, so 3rd and 5. 3 receivers left. Gaikowski flips it out to Remmers. And a good bit of running by Remmers. He gets all the way to the Arrow 40, but it looks like it's coming back on a holding play.
Pass was to number 2, Brody Remmers. Complete. Gain out to the Arrow 41-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Tackle by 21.
Holding against the Cobblers. So they're going to lose a good gain there to Remmers. It's going to set up a very long 3rd and 17, it looks like. Mr. Referee. Holding.
Assessed against the Rapid City Cobblers.
There's my cameraman on the referee, a little slow that time. It's very chilly though if you're running a camera. I've done that before, and you don't move around much. You better have lots of gloves and warm clothes on, even at the in the late summer here. The referees failed to mark off the penalty yards. Now they've done that. And 3rd and 12. The penalty actually occurred downfield, so it wasn't from the line of scrimmage. Walton Blandon looking, throwing deep, zipping it. Oh, and Wyatt Dieterman and Isaac Iverson were kind of tangled up there for the ball, and neither one got it, and it's going to be 4th down for the Cobblers. 1:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Watertown protecting a 5-point lead. They led 17-6 at halftime. Rapid City Central drove to the 1, didn't score, held Watertown on Watertown series, got good field position, and then finally scored on a pass to cut that lead to 5 points. Holden Jackson getting ready to punt for the Cobblers. Snap, good, steps, short punt. Short punt, and it goes directly out of bounds, so 30-12, only about a 19-yard punt for the Cobblers. And Watertown's going to have excellent field position again. They'll start about their own 37, 38-yard line. And we got a penalty flag, though, way back in the Rapid City backfield. And referees are talking over. If it's on Rapid City, I'm thinking Watertown will decline it. Well, they picked the flag up. There's no flag. No penalty.
No flag on the play. 1st and 10, Watertown Arrows.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
57 seconds to go. Watertown will start at their own 30, we'll call it the 36. Davis, who has been the team's leading wide receiver, is of course playing quarterback, has been since late in the first half when Alex Gower went out with an ankle injury. He gives it to Gutierrez, running off the left tackle. Gutierrez breaks it, and he is gone. Ezekiel Gutierrez with a 64-yard touchdown run for the Arrows. He just went on the left side and found an opening, got a great block from number 5, Micah Kaufman, and just took it to the end zone. Another big play for the Arrows. They've scored on some big ones today.
Michael Kaufman on a key block for the Arrows. Got Shocker to attempt the extra point.
And Schockert's on to increase this lead to 2 scores again for the Arrows. Holding is Max Sonny. Snap is good. Kick is perfect. Mitch Schockert with the extra point, and the Arrows go up 24-12. With 45 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. The Arrows are up by 2 scores again.
45 seconds left in the 3rd period.
And
that touchdown means another $25 donated to the
big run by Zeke Gutierrez. He's not a big guy. He's only 5'6" and 167 pounds, a senior. But that play showed there, if you can get him open, get him some room to run, Once he got a little bit of a clearing there, he took off, and there was nobody from Rapid City that was going to catch him. He's got some wheels. So Gutierrez with the 64-yard touchdown run, and the Arrows now lead by a dozen with 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Arrows are talking it over, getting their kickoff team ready to go.
Back deep for the Cobblers, number 13, Carter Deming, and number 22, Kyle Elder. Big shocker to kick off for
Shocker to kick off for the Arrows. The same two receiving for the Cobblers, number 13, Carter Deming, and number 22, Kyle Elder. Big play for the Arrows. I believe that was Gutierrez's first touchdown of the season. And he looked very good, finding a gap, good blocking up front, and then he just used his speed to get to the end zone. Shocker squibs it, picked up by one of the up men on the Cobblers, and they get it out to the 35, 36, 7-yard line, so they'll have pretty good field position to get going. Number 39 returned the ball. That is Logan Ossenfort, a 175-pound senior. We have a penalty flag down, holding on Rapid City, so the Cobblers, that good field position is going to go by the wayside. They were up to the 38-yard line. They'll be back around the 23-yard line. 39 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Watertown ahead, 24-12. This is a Eastern South Dakota Conference game. The two Rapid City schools are now part of the ESD, which is a two-tiered thing depending on the size of the school. Walton Blandon waiting for the snap. It's low, but he fields it. Throws across the... Catches a number 87. That's
Walton Blandon's pass complete to number 87,
Isaac Ira Murphy. Short gain, 4-yard gain. Murphy just came from his right end, cut across the field, and Walton Blandon hit him in stride, picked up 4 before the Arrows brought him down. Just about done with the third quarter. This will be the last play. And it's Remmers up the middle, looking for a hole. Gets hit, spins, and gets a few yards, trying to get the number of the player. Number 30 for the Arrows, Parker Schultz with the stop. And it's going to leave the Cobblers with about a 3rd and 2 here once we get to the fourth quarter. Watertown ahead, 24-12 with a quarter to play. Just want to mention Cowboy Country Store number 3 again, one of our sponsors. The sponsors are Cowboy Country Store number 3, Vast Communications and Broadband, and the various PO apps that we have available for our mobile users. Watertown Weather Watch, which you can also get on your desktop computer. Public Opinion Mobile, that's our website app for phones and tablets. Watertown Weather Watch, again, that can be either on your mobile device or your home computer. It's a great application, gives you local and area weather for northeast South Dakota, not Sioux Falls, Rapid City, Pierre, Aberdeen, etc. Then we also have our printing and graphics department is another sponsor. Okay.
Timeout, Rapid City Cobblers.
Rapid City comes out, opens up gets ready to start the fourth quarter, down by 12, and Caleb Walton Blanton turns and calls timeout. So it'll be 3rd and about 2, a short 2 for the Cobblers. And Vast Communications, as I said, they're one of our sponsors, and we are streaming this game over Vast Communications. At least that's the starting point. And according to what I'm seeing, it's a very good unbroken, unbuffered stream. Of course, some of that will depend on your internet connection. But Vast Broadband and Communications offers fast, blazing fast downloads, consistent and reliable video streaming, a whole new world of internet and home entertainment possibilities. Okay, the Cobblers got it all figured out. Here's the snap. Walton Blandon rolling right, and he hit Ira Murphy right in the hands. It was a little short. Murphy had to bend over a little bit, and he couldn't lock up that ball. And the Cobblers are going to have to punt here on 4th and about 2. You kind of wonder if they would maybe take a shot at a short snap and try to go for it on 4th down from punt formation, but I've got to think that they're thinking it's they'd have a better chance of just lining up with their regular offense. But we'll see. It looks like they're punting. The only guy back is their punter, Holden Jackson. Only guy in the backfield. They have one short blocker, but here's the snap, and Jackson kicks it. Pretty good kick, high kick. Arrows were thinking, as I was, they had no one back to receive, and the ball's going to roll dead at the 31. So about a 29-16, about a 45-yard kick for Jackson. Watertown will take over now with a 12-point lead. And 11:45, we just started the 4th quarter here at Watertown Stadium. I'm JT Fye, and you're watching Watertown PO TV. PO, of course, for the public opinion. And as I said before, we carry Watertown boys and girls basketball and Watertown football games, home games, during their regular season and the playoffs. Okay, Davis, hands off. And nothing much there for the Arrow running back.
To Zeke Gutierrez.
It was Zeke Gutierrez, the hero of the last drive. He took it 66 yards for a touchdown. But that time he loses about 2 or 3 yards. Tyler Quillen on the tackle for the Cobblers. And the Arrows go backwards on their first play. The clock, they'll probably do more running now, try to burn up as much clock as they can, but of course they can't just run it 3 times and punt it. They've got to get some first downs here to maintain possession. Davis gives it to Gutierrez again, and he's got a little running room and turns, and he's going to gain probably about 7 or 8 yards before he's taken down by number 25, Derek Tiller. Okay, they got about 8. Gutierrez got about 8 on that, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Arrows.
3rd down and 5 for the Arrows.
Clock is ticking. 10:32 to play. Davis waiting for the snap. Gives it to Gutierrez. No, he keeps it coming right. And he's going to be a little short of the first down. He was pushed out of bounds about the 38, 39 yard line. So he's going to be a couple yards short.
Like we're about a yard short.
The Arrows will, Davis will stay on the field, and instead of running or passing, he'll do the punting. Unfortunately, he ran out of bounds, so the clock, for the Arrows anyway, unfortunately, the clock has stopped. Carter Deming back on his own 30, ready for the kick. Here's Davis's kick. Kind of a line drive. Deming fields it, heads left. But he's going to get wrapped up about the 38, so he gets about 8 yards on the return.
Carter Deming on return for the
number 70, Spencer Wagee, was one of the tacklers.
Number 70, Spencer Wagee.
Spencer, one of the offensive linemen, kind of comes off the field limping a little bit. He plays one of the tackle spots for the Arrows. One of those linemen that don't get mentioned very often. Spencer is a 6'1", 250-pound, 15-pound junior. Holden Blanton throws over the middle, and it's picked off by number 55 for the Arrows, Michael Turback.
Watertown Arrows. Making a final tackle for the Cobblers, number 52, Austin.
Turback intercepted that about midfield, returned it 10 yards, maybe 12 yards, before he's tackled, and the Arrows will take over in Cobbler territory. Blanton just tried to throw one over the middle. I don't know if he's going for Tiller or not, but Turback was in the right place, made a nice grab, and the Arrows could really put some pressure on with the score here. Davis gets away from Tiller, gets away from another guy, and he's loose. He's loose down the sidelines, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds about the 10-yard line, a little bit inside the 10, but Tiller had him. Marked at the 5-yard. Tiller, I think Tiller thought that Davis was going to throw, so he kind of stopped, and then Davis faked, and away he was gone. A great run by he's got some speed, he's got some moves, and after he got by that first row of Rapid City rushers, pass rushers, he just kind of picked his way through from the left side of the field down the right sidelines, and the Arrows can really go put some pressure on with a touchdown here. Davis takes the snap, gives it to Gutierrez, but he's wrapped up about the goal line, or not the goal line, the line of scrimmage. Might have lost a yard there. 9 minutes to play, 24-12, Watertown ahead by a couple of touchdowns, minus the point after kicks. Gutierrez lost a yard on that. Right into the
down and goal from the 6.
Aaron Wells of Rapid made the tackle. Okay, the Arrows split out Van Sickle and Shad to the left. Connolly is with Davis. Davis is looking left, rushing, floats a pass out. Oh, just a little bit too long, and Davis puts his hands up on his helmet and goes, oh, darn it. 3rd and 6. That was a 3rd and 6 play. I don't know if the Arrows are... No, that was a 2nd and 6 play. Now it's 3rd and 6. Davis walked over, talked to head coach John Hodorf just briefly. Got the play, and he'll pass it on to his teammates. And this will be a
3rd and goal from the 6.
3rd and goal from the 6. Davis, Gutierrez lined up behind him. Davis looking left, throwing left, touchdown. Bailey, no, he didn't. He didn't see the. Didn't. He had it in his hands. It looked like he got it, but the Cobbler defender,
Number 22, Kyle
Elder, must have tipped it or whatever, but Van Sickle couldn't lock it up. I'm sure he's kind of disappointed he didn't make that catch, but the Arrows will go for 3 with Shockert out there, Max Sonny the holder.
Good Shocker to attempt the field goal from 24 yards out. Max Sonny to hold.
24-yard kick for Shockert. He should get this one, although it's at the wrong side of the field for a kicker, but that looks like a good kick. It is good. Watertown moves up 27-12. Arrows are up by 15 with only 8:10 to play, so Rapid City is going to have to kick it in high gear and try to get some big plays, but right now, you'd have to say Watertown is in good position to secure its first win of this season. 27-12, 8:10 to go. Mitch Schockert's second field goal of the game gives the Arrows a 15-point lead. And you know, when I get done here, I might head off to the Cowboy Country Store number 3 because I'm a little hungry. And if you're hungry, if you need some late night supplies, maybe you need to gas your car up for that Saturday morning trip to locations unknown to the rest of us, then you should check out Cowboy Country Store number 3 at the intersection of U.S. Highway 81, North Highway 81, and 14th Avenue North. If you're really hungry, try some of the Chester's chicken. My wife has brought home some just not too long ago, and it's really good chicken. So they also have subs, everything that a convenience store offers, and more. Cowboy Country Store number 3 at the corner of Highway 81, North Highway 81, and 14th Avenue North. Schockert's kick was covered by one of the Cobblers at his own 27, so that's where they will start their next drive. I would expect to see some more passing, maybe Walden Blanton trying to hit Remmers out in the flat as he has a couple times. Maybe the senior back can turn in a big break a couple plays, much like Gutierrez did. Here's a snap, another low one. Walton Blanton looking, dodging. Now he's going to get tackled. He's going to get sacked. A couple arrows on him. Number 53, Dexter Gaikowski was there. One of the linemen.
53, Dexter Gaikowski. And number 85, Marcus Heglin.
85, Marcus Heglin. Okay, the Cobblers line up quickly. Walton Blandon throwing over the middle. Oh, he hit his guy right in the hands. That was number 84, Isaac Iverson, but Iverson couldn't bring it in. Walton Blandon throws a pretty sharp pass. You've got to be ready to catch it. There's no lob there. It comes in on a pretty much a straight line. So his receivers got to be able to pull that ball in, and that's not always easy. So 3rd and 11 for the Cobblers. 7:38 to go in this game. They've got trips right, and there's the little swing pass to Remmers. He makes one man miss and finally runs into his own player. He's tripped up there by number 34 there at Parker Schultz. And he gets it out to the 26, so at 36, so it's going to be 4th and a couple, and I'm thinking the Cobblers are going to go for this one. And we've got a Rapid City player down. It might be Remmers. No, it's not. It's number 22, Kyle Elder, who was out trying to block. And actually, I think that's who Remmers finally ran into after he was tripped up by Davis and then kind of lunged into his own teammate, and that's where the play ended. 7:22 to go. We've got an injury timeout. Elder is kind of slow. Looks like he's got a foot or knee injury there. Not real bad. I shouldn't say because I'm not a doctor and I can't diagnose it from 60, 70, 80 yards away. But he's got a slight limp and he's going back to the sidelines. He'll have to take at least one play off before he can come back in. 4th and 2 for the Cobblers. If they've got any chance at all of staying in this game, they're going to have to convert this. Otherwise, Watertown is going to have great field position. Got Walton Blandon in the backfield. Rolls back, looks back, throws over the middle. Caught by Deming, and he's going to go the distance, I believe. Carter Deming, no, yes. Yes. He gets tackled in the end zone, touchdown. So a big play when Stevens needed it the most. Maybe he did not get in. I thought he did. Down at the other end of the field on the skin part.
Yeah, he will. The guy held up.
First and goal.
Oh, it is first and goal. He didn't get in. Nate Davis had a chance at him about the 5 and didn't quite get all of him, but got enough to knock him down. But they're right at the goal line. Remmers. No. Walton Blandon keeps it. And he's stopped short. But that was a long run there by, or a good pass from Walton Blandon to Deming. One of the Arrows tried to knock it down, but it got past him. And Deming was off to the races, a sophomore. Okay, here's the second chance for the Cobblers. This time it is Remmers, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown, I believe.
Number 2, Brody Remmers.
Yes, he is.
Touchdown.
Brody Remmers with the touchdown run. 3 yards out. It's hard to tell down in that on the skin part because you can't see the yard lines.
Play the fake. Play the fake. Play the fake.
Caden Goodrich is in the kick, and he finally converts them.
Extra point kick is good. With 6:34 left in the game, it's Watertown Arrows 27.
6.5 to go, 6:34 to go in the game. Rapid City Central has narrowed the lead down to 8 points. They got a big conversion kick there. They haven't been able to do that tonight. Been kind of a couple colossal failures, but that time they got a good snap, a good hold, and Caden Goodrich banged it through to get the game to 8 points. 6:34 to go. Watertown up by 8. The Arrows will get the ball. They'll try to drive and get some kind of score, but at least run the clock to make Rapid City's task of tying this game up much more difficult. Of course, you have to wonder in the backs of both these teams' minds. Watertown's been involved in 2 overtime games already, and Rapid City's been involved in 1, and you just wonder, are they thinking, oh no, not another overtime game, although at this point the Cobblers would be very happy to get it into their second overtime game of the season. Watertown would like to take care of business right now, get another touchdown, and run the clock. So Goodrich is teasing it up at the 40. Davis and Taylor Regals back about the 5 to wait for the kick. And here it comes. Goodrich kicks it left to Davis.
Go outside.
And he's coming up the side. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He gets it all the way down to the 37-yard line. If I was Central, I don't think I'd be kicking to Davis. He's just too dangerous running that ball. Great return by Davis. He gets knocked out of bounds finally by the kicker, Caden Goodrich, along the left sideline. And for you who know the Arrow Stadium, the north sideline in front of the Watertown bench, but the Arrows will start out at the Central 37, and they've set themselves up for a very good chance to try to extend their lead. Gutierrez and Ganelli in the backfield. Gutierrez carries the ball, but he's stoned right away. He runs into Aarons and number 87 for the Cobblers, Ira Murphy. He goes nowhere, actually loses 2 yards.
And on the stop for the Cobblers, number 25, Derek Tiller.
Derek Tiller in there also, number 25. He is a very good football player. He is one of the Cobblers' few seniors, 6'4", 215. He scored a touchdown, and he's played tough defense from that right defensive end position. Okay, 2nd and 12. Davis and Gutierrez in the backfield. Van Sickle split left. Kaufman split right. Gutierrez has got it, but he might get a half a yard gain on that, trying to run the right side.
Number 5, Dominic Martinez.
Dominic Martinez makes a stop. Yeah, very little gain on that play. So it's going to be 3rd and about 12 for the Arrows. And Gutierrez is asking to come out.
Let's go!
Limping a little bit. Gonelly's in there. And number 44, Noah Sparks is in there too. Watertown calls a timeout, I think.
Timeout, Watertown Arrows.
John Hodorf might have been worried about getting a delay of game here. Of course, the clock's going to stop anyway if they do. So, but this is a big play for Watertown. 3rd and 12. They can somehow convert this. They've got a good chance to put this game away. Only 4:49 to go. Although neither team has. Well, they've both used a timeout in the second half. They each have 2 remaining. But both teams have shown they can put up a quick score. And right now we're only separated by 8 points. They're 27-19 with 4:49 to play. Big 3rd down for the Arrows. The Cobblers have somewhat, they've got a bigger defender on Van Sickle, Tony Pierce, than they had the first half. I don't know if Davis, no, he's looking right, throwing long, too long. Incomplete, he was trying to hit tight end Noah Shad.
For number 16, Noah Shad.
And it was good 4 or 5 yards over Shad's head. Maxon on the defense for the Cobblers. So the Arrows are going to have to punt it. They're at their own 43. Deming is back for the Cobblers. I think it's Deming. I can't see his number. Davis's kick is good, and it's going to go, down by it goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. One of the Arrows got down there and almost down that ball about at the 2-yard line. It was Taylor Regals, who seems to be around big plays all the time, but didn't quite get there. And so Central will begin what they hope is their comeback drive at their own 20-yard line. They trail 27-19, 4:33 to play. Here comes their offense.
Let's go, D!
Walden Blanton talking to somebody. Looks like he's changing the play. He's throwing back, quick out to number 13, makes the catch. That's Carter Deming.
Blanton's pass complete to number 13, Carter Deming.
About at the 26, so a gain of 6.
Nate Davis, gain of 5 on the play.
Davis makes the defensive stop, 2nd down, 4 to go for a 1st down. Now Walton Blandon looking left, looking over the middle, wide open was number 20, Tony Pierce. Wide open over the middle, but he dropped it. And so it's going to go to 3rd and 4. Does stop the clock at the 4:01 mark. 4 minutes, 1 second to go between Watertown's first win and the Cobblers' 4th loss. The Cobblers would like to turn that around and have their first win and Watertown's fourth loss. Walden Blanton in the backfield with Remmers. Here's the snap. Good snap this time. He looks right, looks left, and he's throwing a long shot down to I'm not sure the number, but it was just a little too long and over the wrong shoulder.
Again, the intended receiver defending on the play, number 21, Taylor Regals.
Pierce was the intended receiver, but he was looking over his right shoulder and went over his left, and he couldn't adjust. Regals was back there playing defense. So here we go, 4th and 4. Rapid City needs a first down here to keep themselves alive in this game. Watertown needs a stop to help ice up their first win. This one might be a little shorter. That last one was a deep pass. He throws a deep route to the sideline, caught, and a first down. Again, Carter Deming, sophomore receiver.
To number 13, Carter Deming.
If those guys can stay in the
First down for the
and build on what they're doing as sophomores, they could be a pretty good passing duo here in the years ahead. Okay, 3:48 to go. Deming went out of bounds, and it was a first down, so the clock stops. Walton Blanton looking left, and he's sacked. Looks like maybe Dane Stahl on that one. It was Dane Stahl. Big loss for the Cobblers, 15 yards. Walton Blandon kind of tripped a little bit and then caught himself, but couldn't get away from Dane Stahl, and that trip and whatever. Now the Cobblers got shifting men around, and they've got all kinds of problems, so they're going to call a timeout. They'll have one left, 3:05. It's 2nd and 23 to go. So they've got a big task ahead, but they've shown a couple times tonight that they can overcome that. So second and 23 with 3:05 to play. I just want to go over our sponsors again, tonight's broadcast. The Cowboy Country Store, Vast Communications and Broadband, and the Watertown Public Opinions apps. We have a weather watch that you can also see that on your, download it onto your mobile device or watch it on your desk computer. Our Public Opinion mobile app, which allows you to read the Public Opinion website. Our Watertown Weather Watch, I guess I talked about that already. And our POTV app, which allows you to watch games such as this on your computer or your iPhone and tablet. All right, Blanton throwing over the middle. Oh, in and out of the hands of Pierce. One of the arrows kind of got his hand in there someplace, and Pierce couldn't lock it up, and it's going to be 3rd and 23 now. Pierce didn't have the first down, but he was kind of breaking open. So we'll go to 3rd and 23. The Arrows are, of course, they're playing deep, so the Cobblers up. Walt Blandon, he gets sacked again. Dexter Gaikowski has had a great game. Pulls him down. And Spencer Wagey, number 70, Wagey was in there. 73, Bryce LeBlanc was in there, but mainly it was Gaikowski. So 4th and 30. Central has a mountain here to climb. Oh, they're going to punt it. They're going to punt it.
Down at 30.
4th and 30. I guess that only makes sense. Not many 4th and 30 plays in your playbook. They're letting the clock run down for some reason.
What's going on?
Apparently the
Rapid City Central with 2:02 left to go in the ballgame.
Central was waited. I don't know. They must have been discussing had their punt team out there, but we're discussing their options. And it's down to 2:02, and they've used up their last timeout. So it looks Watertown is headed for its first win after 3 losses, 2 of them in overtime. Things are starting to work out a little better for the Arrows. Unfortunately, they have a pretty tough schedule coming up. Next week, they will travel to Sioux Falls, O'Gorman, and then the following week, October 2nd, they'll be in Rapid City. They'll head out there to play the Stevens Raiders. And the final 3 games for the Arrows will be October 9th. They'll host Sioux Falls, Washington. October 16th, they'll host Aberdeen Central. And then their final regular season game will be October 22nd at Brookings. Okay. The Cobblers, they have their quarterback on the field. No, they have their punter on the field. Here's the kick by Jackson. Watertown, of course, has nobody in the backfield in the ball. It goes all the way to the 40. So that is a 48-yard punt. Got a good roll on it by Jackson.
41-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10.
Watertown has 1:52 to go. They just got to hang on to the ball, basically. Central is out of timeouts. Watertown should be able to run the clock out. But we'll see. Davis in the backfield. Ganelli next to him. And Davis is going to run the ball. Just hanging on to it.
Nate Davis on a carry, a gain of a dozen. First down, Watertown Arrows.
It's the first down. Up over midfield to Central's 47 and 1:40 to go. .140 and counting. Okay, the Arrows now are in their what they would is referred to as the victory formation, where they the quarterback takes the direct snap, kneels down, got a couple players around him, one behind him, just in case that ball gets loose and the Cobblers pick it up. But Watertown is going to prevail in the 4th game of the season after 3 losses, 2 of them in overtime. Rapid City Central is going to lose their 4th straight. They are going to go to 0-4, Watertown 1-3. Nate Davis with a couple of touchdowns tonight, one on a punt return. He ran another one in on a good breakaway run, threw a couple touchdown passes. Oh, we got a penalty against Watertown on a procedure call, so this game almost over, 34 seconds to go.
False start penalty against the Arrows.
Second and 16 for the Arrows. They're again in victory formation. Okay. Davis takes a knee. And I think the Cobblers are going to get hit with a unsportsmanlike penalty for a little extra pop. 15-yard penalty against Rapid City. One of their defenders ran across and kind of hit one of the Arrow athletes after Davis had knee. I mean, he's taking a knee right away, so the whistle blows, and I'm sure Rapid City is a little frustrated. They thought maybe this was a game they could win, and for a while it looked like they might, but Watertown's going to come away with their first victory. There's the snap, and we're counting down the last 10 seconds now. Game over. Watertown comes away with a 27-19 win.
2015 Kai game.
Watertown wins its homecoming game, the Kai game, and they get their first win since, I think, the first game of last season. So the Arrows, Cobblers, two teams with a lot of young players, very much underclassmen dominated teams. As I said, Rapid City only has 13 seniors on the roster. Watertown has a few more, but not a whole lot. And these teams look to be better next year. So with that, again, this is JT Phi. I hope you joined us. I hope you had a good signal tonight and everything. And as I said, join us again on October 9th. It's quite a ways for the next home games, and the Arrows will have two home games in October 9th against Washington, and then October 16th against Aberdeen Central. Again, this is JT Phi from the Public Opinion. Thanks for watching, and good night.